With Mohamed Salah now confirming that he'll be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season, emotions are naturally high, and that's only intensified after Jamie Carragher released his all-time Liverpool rankings, placing Salah 6th and John Barnes above him. Now, of course, this is subjective, but the reaction from some fans, acting as if putting Barnes above Salah is some kind of footballing crime, doesn't really hold up when you actually understand who Barnes was and what he represented in Liverpool's history. If you think John Barnes is being overrated in these debates, then you're missing the bigger picture entirely. Because Barnes wasn't just a great player. He was operating years ahead of his time in a system that didn't even fully exist yet. When Barnes joined Liverpool in 1987 from Watford, English football was still rigid, physical and predictable. Wingers were expected to stay wide, beat their man and cross the ball. That was the job. Barnes didn't play like that. He drifted inside. He carried the ball through the midfield. He manipulated defenders instead of just outrunning them. He played with a level of technical control and composure that simply wasn't normal in England at the time. This was a player who could glide past 3 or 4 players without looking rushed. Effortless. Now let's talk about output, because this is where modern audiences often get it wrong. Barnes wasn't just a flair player. In his first full season at Liverpool, he scored 15 league goals and won the PFA Players' Player of the Year. The season after that, he elevated it even further. Across his Liverpool career, he delivered over 100 goals and over 100 assists from a wide position, in an era where defenders were far more aggressive and attackers had far less protection. This wasn't system inflation, this was individual dominance. But statistics alone still don't explain Barnes properly, because what made him special was how he controlled games. In Liverpool's 1987-88 title-winning side, one of the most dominant teams English football has ever seen, Barnes wasn't just part of it, he was the focal point. That team played fluid, almost continental football, quick passing, positional rotations, constant movement, and Barnes was the connector between midfield and attack. He could slow the game down when needed, then suddenly accelerate it with a single dribble or pass. He dictated tempo from the wing, something that at the time was almost unheard of in English football. And then there's the technical profile, ball carrying, elite, close control, elite. Decision-making, elite. He didn't just beat players for the sake of it. Every action had intent. He could go outside, cut inside, shoot or thread passes through tight spaces. Defenders couldn't commit. And when they hesitated, he punished them. Now here's the part modern audiences need to understand. Barnes did all of this before the Premier League era, before global broadcasting, before the game became hyper-documented. A lot of people simply haven't seen him consistently. So they default to numbers, or they prioritize players they've watched live. But those who played with him, against him, and coached him consistently describe him as one of the most naturally gifted players England has ever produced. Not just effective, gifted, and that's why placing John Barnes above Mohamed Salah isn't disrespect, it's perspective. Because Barnes wasn't just producing numbers, he was redefining what a wide player could be. If you drop Barnes into today's game, with modern pitches, lighter balls and more tactical freedom, you're not looking at a good player, you're looking at a problem. And that's the difference. John Barnes wasn't just great for his time, he was ahead of it.